बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा।
Now, the next thing we'll try to understand about the types of API like northbound or southbound API. Now, with reference to SDN networks, the APIs can be either northbound or southbound. Now, this is completely depending upon the relation of the position of your controller in your topology. Now, the northbound APIs, as we have already discussed, the communication, the APIs used for communicating or talking between the applications and the controller, we refer them as northbound APIs. So let's try to see more about the northbound APIs. So as I said, the northbound APIs are, are the link or are the one which allows you to communicate between the applications and the SDN controllers. Okay, so we already discussed the SDN controller is responsible for having a separate control plane. So we do have a separation of the control plane inside the SDN controller, and this controller is going to send out instructions or gets send out the instructions to the devices. Of course, that is southbound API, and the applications are going to send out the requirements. So probably the requirement is going to be shared with the controller. Now, the application can actually tell the network tell the controller what exactly they want. You can think about some of the examples like the application is going to request saying that I want all the devices information on the network. So that can be one example. Or maybe the application requires the information about the capabilities of each and every device. Okay, or the interface status of each and every device. Or it can be the current state of each and every port, whether they are up or down. So what is the actual state of each and every port on that particular device? Or it can be like topology information, which device connected to over which interface to other devices, how the topology exactly looks like. Or it can be like other device information like what is the IP address configured on those specific devices, what are the different VLANs configured in your network. Probably these all information. So all these things, the application can actually tell the controller that I require this specific information. So these are some of the examples where the application is requesting the controller that I want to get this information. Now again, the application may be residing within the controller itself. So application means it can be residing on maybe on a server, remote server, or maybe running on a VM, or maybe there is also something like application may be running inside the controller itself. So I'll talk about more on that. Probably we'll see how the control in the application actually separates later on. Now here I got some of the examples of a couple of examples of the northbound API. There is something called Simple Object Access Protocol and the REST representation state transfer, which is the commonly used API, especially in the SDN networks. So normally if you take an example here, the applications which are commonly used in any network, like if you're going with some kind of website designing or website implementation, what we'll be doing is we'll be using different programming languages. Like let's say you are using some kind of Java or probably .NET or PHP. So probably these are some of the applications which are commonly used in programming languages. In different programming languages we use, not only in website, in different other ways. Now the problem with this application is they're actually a little bit complex because they'll be using some kind of coding, and that is a little bit more complex, like to interact between the applications. So what we are doing is probably we are not going to use the same complexity because we don't want to have the same complexity here as well. So we'll be using some kind of simple programmable applications. So some of the examples here, the REST API, which is commonly used. So this one, SOAP, SOAP and REST APIs. Now this SOAP API is majorly based on XML protocol. So most of the request from the application to the controller goes based on the HTTP request. As I said, we call them as web service APIs. and the code or the format of your data will be sent in XML format. The XML is again kind of language, the XML language, which is kind of medium to exchange the data between the application and the controller. Okay, so it uses some kind of simple XML language for exchanging the data and the coding between the application and the controller, or we can say between the applications inside the controller and this application, probably between them. Now, the another example, we have something called REST API. Now, this REST API is the most commonly used API with respect to SDN networks. It's again uses web service API, similar way like your web request. It uses some kind of HTTP request between the applications and the controller. Probably these are like northbound APIs, mostly used on the northbound side for interaction of applications with the controller. Now, as I said, with respect to SDN, these are some of the most common web service APIs used here. So most of the time, like in the SDN networks, we'll be focusing more on REST API. Now again, what they use, they use HTTP and API framework for communication between the application and the controller. And the main advantage of the REST API, why it is majorly used, because it utilizes very less bandwidth. Now that is one of the advantage when compared with this one, and it makes you more suitable for efficient internet uses, especially if you are running two different applications on the internet. Probably this is going to be a very good option because it uses a little bit lesser bandwidth while it is requesting the information over any network. Now, majority of the controllers or the vendors offering the controllers and the network automation tools, probably they use this REST API so that the applications talk to each other and exchange information. So as I said, it is better than this one, the previous one, SOAP SOAP, which uses lesser bandwidth and it is more efficient or more suitable for applications over the internet. Now, some of the vendors examples we can consider as, we have something like Intent API, which is from Cisco. Now this API, generally there is an example called Cisco DNA platform, which is completely based on the REST API. And from Juniper, there is something called Contrail, which is again uses the REST API, and it gets the information by using some kind of by interconnecting or interpreting with the open cloud systems, and that is something what is used by Juniper Contrail software. Now, probably with respect to SDN networks, we will be majorly focusing on the REST API. So I have a separate section dedicated a little bit more detail on the REST API and the functionality a little bit more detail. But these two APIs are the common examples of northbound APIs. Now, these REST APIs can also be used on the southbound a little bit. It depends. But at this point of time, mostly these are the APIs which are used on the northbound for interaction of applications with the controller in SDN networks.